stop what you are doing right now and listen to my story. I remember when I was about like 14, 15 that I was being told that I need to find my dream job, that I need to know what kind of activity I want to do later when I was going to high school. And I was just sitting and thinking about becoming a judge in the law system or becoming an archaeologist in the history system, but those weren't like important things for me. That's why I was sitting one day in this room, in this particular room, and I realized just by typing online that, bro, my mission is to help others, so I'm going to make a business on this. Let's get into the video. Before that, I want you right now to subscribe, click on the like button, and just realize that you are destined for something greater than a job. If you do not want that, let's start the video. Why you have been lied to? I remember when I was 13 in the 7th grade, my parents were influencing me into learning math, saying that is the work of the future, that it will be replaced by anything, that I should have just pursued that goal. But nah, maths, AI isn't the future career that I and even you should take, because it's going to be replaced by AI. You see right now. AI knows how to code websites. Fucking geeks are not even needed right now. And staying at the computer and work like this, like 10 hours a day, destroys your spine, destroys your eyesight. You already know that. So do not listen to older people that say, yeah, math is the future of working class. Shut the fuck up, geek. No one, no billionaire will ever tell you that. No millionaire will ever tell you that. Go ask, I don't know, your average rich guy in your city, and he will tell you that isn't the future of making money. Yes, you can make some kind of money from it, but it will be replaced. So that's the number one advice that you should take from this video. Do not listen to what people that are not rich and are more in age, have more years of age than you, because they do not know what to tell you. They just regurgitate something in their little brain that they have seen on the TV, or their other friends told them that, yeah, my kid is doing this. Actually, my kid is in the IT field, he makes 2,000 per month. Who the fuck cares, bro? You are still living like shit 10 hours like this. You'll be like the worst guy in terms of mobility when you are 45, 50 years old. Let's continue to the next step. I have another story for you, and this will seem like a more of a sad one. When I was applying to my high school, I had to choose between two, like I could say, profiles. One was related to maths and science, more related to informatics, and the other was like on that paper related to philology, like the study of my home language, of things that are more related to philosophy, like vague things. I chose the second one because I knew that my life, if I wrote there that I wanted to go to that place, I knew that my life wouldn't be ever the same. I was going to lose my feeling of needing to improve if I was going to maths, where I could just say like this, be a fucking normie, type, actually, hello world, shut the fuck up, bro. But after 5 days, I spoke to my dad about this. I just walked into his room, told him I was going to the second option, he instantly became angry at me, shouted at me, tried to hit me. This was so weird. He tried to hit me because I chose what I liked. Imagine that. I am destined for more than a job. I am destined to become a millionaire. If you're watching this till the end, you are destined to become a millionaire. No one is telling you this kind of advice. And my dad tried to hit me. She like raised his arm like this, tried to hit me, but then stopped. And told me that I made such a big mistake, other things. What the fuck? Has the manipulation of our society gone to the highest levels that you must choose the best career option, be a judge, a lawyer? If you're not a lawyer, if you are not a PC reader that stays at the PC every day, you are not okay. You are failing in life. Bro, shut the fuck up. I told him that I chose what I wanted, and that's why I didn't care. And that's why, as the second tip on why you are destined for a thing greater than a job, is that you have to do what you want. You have to live a life like you are the sole creator of it. If you want to collect garbage from the city, you are more of an ecologist guy, go do that. If you have to have a YouTube channel like mine, go do that research on that topic. If you want to be a lawyer, go be a lawyer. But if you do not want to go and achieve a university degree in, let's say, mathematics, when your real purpose is helping other people, is, I don't know, teaching history, you will not fulfill your purpose. I know this is like a spiritual thing, the idea of having a purpose, but it's real. All of us have one purpose that we must follow. My purpose is to help others realize that there's a way to perfection in your life. That's why I'm making these videos every day, and I'm working on this channel. Although I have hate comments, I do not check comments. I rarely check comments, but there are some fucking weirdos that comment, yeah, you're still the same, but now you're just filming your unemployment. Shut the fuck up, bro. While some of the guys that watch this channel, like the guys that most likely watch black pill content, comment this type of shit, me and you watching this, we realize that those guys wouldn't ever help us in our lives any time in like this century. No one should listen to the guys that watch black pill content, spiritual fucking woo shit. Yeah, but actually the divine intervention in my life would change me, and I'm waiting for God to show me a sign. Bro, God will not show any sign. You are Muslim, you are Christian, God will not show you any sign. You have to work for it. Imagine that, bro. You see all the black pill guys that think, yeah, if I get to this level of body fat and I have this kind of jawline, I don't give a fuck, I can be in a black pill, I don't give a fuck about that. I will get the most attraction for girls, I will be the millionaire. No, bro. If you do not have anything here, you will not be successful. That's why you must not listen to those guys that are just following trends and using their life in the weirdest way possible. I'm not following any trend. I'm not teaching you about any, the Pomodoro technique that is trending right now is really good, and you must eat grass-fed beef, you must work barefoot. Bro, I don't give a fuck about health maxers that just do the same shit and sell you the same lie that, stop drinking in plastics. Bro, you have been drinking in plastics for 14 years. Do you think it's okay to start now? Nothing will change, bro. Stop eating chicken because it contains hormones. Man, you have been eating chicken for 14 years. You have already passed your, I would say, puberty stage. What the fuck are you doing? You're not changing anything. Fuck you. Let's get back to the video. That's why you have to follow your purpose. and do not listen to what the society tells you that yeah, you must firstly follow your health, or there are some other retarded guys that say yeah, but what about God, what about praying? If you're a Christian, what about praying? You didn't pray today, God will hate you, God will shut the fuck up, bro. Fucking manipulated bitch. God wouldn't even care if you pray today or if you did other things like that. I am not trying to blame religion, but some guys out there are just so manipulated by religion and they don't even think about it. They just write in every comment, Jesus is king, and they get like 5,000 likes. Bro, that's cringe. Jesus wouldn't care if you just typed his name and that's his king. He wouldn't care about that. Imagine you right now, you write Jesus is king, and then you do something sinfully, like, I don't know, sleep with a prostitute. There are a lot of guys that believe in God and do that. Imagine that. Bro, do not try to, yeah, but there are minority. No. Bro, there are a lot more guys than think that go sleep with prostitutes. So, in your life, you have to do what you like, and not what others think, and they project onto you, they promote to you. Like the hell maxing, the blue pill, black pill, red pill, any trend that's going on right now, Pomodoro technique, all those bullshit as cringe gay shit. Bro, no one on this earth should do those things because they are cringe and they're just trends that will pass away eventually. Trust me. The third tip for this video on why you are destined for something greater than a job is the fact that you can teach your best thing. Stay with me. When I was young, I always wanted to be a footballer or a history teacher. I used to study a lot about football. I remember going one day outside and I was like the best goalkeeper. I just parried every shot in that match. People were just telling that I was Prime De Gea. If you know De Gea, he's like a goalkeeper from Spain. I think he's retired from the national team of Spain, but he was so good that people will compare me to him. And I never pursued my dream. Imagine what I could have done. I could have pursued my dream or just teach others about how to be a good goalkeeper. That's what it's taught in the book Expert Secrets by Russell Branson. You can teach the thing that you are the best at to others and you can make money from that. Imagine every football coach, every teacher that's meditating others, he knows a lot of things and he can just monetize that shit. Look, I don't know what Andrew Tate, he's not a very good example, but he has just reached a level of wealth in which he can monetize it, that level of wealth he has, and teach others about how he has achieved it. That's such a good skill to have. And related to history, I was the best at history in my class. I remember one day, 4th grade, our preschool teacher was talking about the First World War, and I remember just like a weirdo, yes, it was like cringe, but I remember raising my hand and telling her a lot of stuff about the World War One that not even her knew. Imagine if I just continued on this path with history. It's not my dream, but it was a very important passion for me, in which I monetized my dream. I meditated others. I just make videos about history and how to learn history easily. I could have made millions of it. You maybe say that's weird, that I am unemployed or something like that. Bro, you can make millions from your passion if you just tell others. That's so easily done by just you becoming an expert at any field. Right now, I am close to being an expert, or almost an expert. I think I'm an expert in the field of mindsets about self-improvement and of just life advice. because I learned this shit for four, 3 years now, 4 years now. When I started self-improvement in like 2022, at like the last part of 2022, almost 4 years now, and I learned a lot of useful advice that isn't taught in our today's world. Trust me, no one teaches what kind of things that I teach right now. So the third tip, I think. I don't know what number is it, but this tip is called be an expert at something and monetize it. You'll be far well off from just going to a job, giving money to other people, to another guy that doesn't even care about you and pays you like what, $2,000 per month, let's say maximum. What the fuck, bro? Like, that guy doesn't even care about you. He goes home, imagine this, he goes home with his like pocket full of cash. Let's say he has more than $1,000 per month in the making. But he doesn't care about you. He doesn't even call you to wish you happy birthday. I know some guys that do this. I remember talking to one guy that was like, he was hired at a local supermarket. I remember the boss not even caring about his birthday. His boss used to come into the shop, tell why is this there, why is this one chocolate here and not here. He was just like a retarded boss that wanted to be like so controlling. Be aware of this kind of people if you want to have a job, but I do not recommend. I know I push the being unemployed method, but I don't give a fuck. That's not a trend. Being unemployed is not a trend. You can go and look like 200 years ago. There were even people that didn't have a job but learned how to speak with others, how to project their ideas onto others, and they became millionaires. Andrew Carnegie, that Rockefeller guy, that a lot of people, yeah, the Jews is not Jews' fault. Bro, it's not the Jews' fault. You are just retarded. You can make a lot of money. You can be like the Jews, bro. The Jews are not the problem. I don't care what you say. You can fucking hate me in the comments. I do not care what you say. The Jews are not the problem. That Rockefeller guy, bro, made millions because he was smart and he knew the power of money. Andrew Carnegie, Dale Carnegie, Tim Ferriss, Russell Branson, Mark Owens, I don't know what his name is. Iman Gaji, one of the best entrepreneurs out there. I know he may be a scam, but he's like so big brain that you wouldn't even understand his kind of scams that he does. Andrew Tate, look at all these millionaires. They have one thing in common. They have one thing that they are expert at, and they just promote it to others. And they use marketing tactics. They promote themselves a lot, and they make millions from that thing. Trust me, if you're an expert at any field in your life, you can make money from that thing. If you're an expert at the gym, I have one friend that's very good in the gym. He has a lot of muscle. He could easily become a normal fitness coach if he wants that, or a paid online coach also. And he could make, I don't know, $5,000 per month. That's not hard. If you have 10 clients and you charge them, let's say, I don't know, in my country it's normal to charge anywhere from $100 to $200 per month. Imagine that, $2,000 per month just by having 10 clients. Then you can make a course and price it at, I don't know, $300, and people will buy it, trust me. If it's a very good course, people will buy it. All those guys that you see on the internet that are entrepreneurs, and people shit on because they are more well off than everyone, talking about them and saying, yeah, that's a scam. Shut the fuck. Work to become a millionaire. Love your life. Do what you want. And that's how you will end up without a job and with a profitable business. Do not listen to the average guys that follow trends and say, yeah, focus on your health, on your spiritual. What does God think about that? Shut the fuck up. What does God think about it? Shut the fuck up. Get the fuck out of my way. So, if you are a guy like me, subscribe to this channel. Realize right now that there is a way to improve your life.